Okay, notable albums, 1999 Extreme Metal. As ever, if you just want the music, head to the end of the video and I'll put it up there somewhere. That'll be the playlist. It's the second time I'm recording this because there's stuff, a lot of the stuff that I thought came out in 99 actually came out in 98, but I've added them to that playlist now. And one album that I thought was 99 was actually 2000, so let's get into it. As ever, if I've missed anything from 99, and I know that there is plenty I've missed, and probably more and more as the years go on, please tell me in the comments below. I'll check everything out, and if I like it enough, I'll add it to the playlist, and if not, it'll be in the comments for all time. So, without further ado, let's get into a few live stuff and splits and stuff, which I won't include, but I have anyway. So we got Mayhem with their live album. I think that's Maniac there doing the slicey slicey, but yeah, raw and good stuff there for Mayhem. Next is Bliskirnia, something like that. This is like a compilation of live recordings and tracks from from 1998 up to 2003. Yeah, so I haven't listened to this for a very long time. I can't remember. I remember it being quite raw and rough around the edges. Oh, it's 692 of 1000. I should have to give that another listen at some point. Now we've got Straight to Hell, a tribute to Slayer. We've got covers by Brutal Truth. It's all Slayer covers. Brutal Truth, Hypocrisy, Fairy Mortician, Jungle Rot, a few other bands here that I'm not familiar with, and Dissection. But yeah, so remember that would being an interesting listen. Then we got demos, and yeah, I think these are just early demos and rarities from one of Britain's most criminally underrated death metal bands, Mithras. Yeah, fantastic band, and yeah, some really interesting early stuff here on this compilation. Right, let's get into the releases then, which have dwindled significantly, seeing as I had the incorrect year for a lot of these. But let's start with a bit of James Murphy. Yeah, a great guitar player. I seem to remember the clean vocals on this not quite being my cup of tea, but musically and obviously riff-wise and lead guitar work is phenomenal because it's Mr. Murphy. Next up we got some Death Witch with Monumental Mutilations. So yeah, it's, things are going in a bit more of the attitude is coming forward compared to the album before. Yeah, that Fire Fuck. That's a funny song. Yeah, no, it's a cool album, this one. Monumental Mutilations by Death Witch, sort of death thrash, good stuff. Then we come with the wonderfully named and suit-wearing Akakoki with the debut Rape of the Bastard Nazarene. What a pleasant album title that is. And yeah, there we go. Is this on Wicked World? Yes, I think it is. Yeah, Wicked World was such a darn good label. Yeah, early Akakoki for me is where it's at. Like it's a bit more brutal and less progressive. Although I do enjoy the later albums as well. But yeah, sort of this and Go to Mendes and Coroners On as well. That's sort of the peak for me. But yeah, really cool album that. London suit-wearing death metal maniacs. Yeah, shame they had the hiatus really, and they're not just active as they once were. But hey ho, people have got lives to lead as well. Next up we come up with some well, comically grotesque artwork with Regurgitation's Tales of Necrophilia. Yeah, and of course it's over the top gore and whatnot. There they are, all looking rather mean and surly. But yeah, it's absolutely cracking brutal death metal release, this one. It's got a sort of like Slayer type energy to it as well, and yeah, it was really I can't remember even maybe I checked this out online or something. I think someone sent me the EP, the later EP with the absolutely horrendous, like photoshopped, mutilated woman on the front. And I listened to that, which is also incredible musically. But then I looked up this album, and it's a really, really great brutal death metal album, that one, from back in the day. It's got the classic 90s sort of vibe going on. Great. Speaking of classic 90s vibes, let's go for some Immolation, Failures for Gods, with that amazing artwork on the front. And the archways, I just realised, are from Here and After artwork, which is cool. Nice little throwback there. And yeah, they all are in '99. I don't think Ross Dolan has like aged a day. He's always just looked exactly the same. A bit like Grutle or Brutal Grutel from Enslaved. I don't think he's ever changed his look either. But yeah, no, really great album this. Failures for Gods. Yeah, classic Immolation. I don't like it quite so much as Here and After, but it's still a cracking album. Okay, next up we've got some Broken Hope with Grotesque Blessings. This would be the last album they would put out before their hiatus, and unfortunately Joe, the vocalist's suicide, because he was one of the all-time great guttural masters for sure. His voice is incredible. They've got a new drummer on this album. He does some really cool, inventive stuff. In fact, this album is quite a strange death metal album. There's sort of riffs you wouldn't expect, sort of thing, and it's become a little bit more technical for Broken Hope standards, anyway. But yeah, it's a very fine death metal album. It's very strange and unusual, but I do enjoy listening to that from time to time. Okay, so we're straight into the top three. Like I said, I did have about 4 or 5 other albums which I thought were 99, but which turned out not to be. So here we are, top 3. Probably 6 Feet Under's best album, or certainly some of their most memorable songs on here. Feast on the Blood Insane, Bonesaw, Victim of the Paranoid, No Warning Shot, Torture Killer, and Hacked to Pieces. They're all like classics, really. Mr. Barnes has transitioned into his dreadlock phase. And we've got classic 90s chain link action going on there. But yeah, this is probably one of their best albums, I think, for songs wise. Mr. Swanson's just joined as well. This is my personal favourite iteration of 6 Feet Under. But yeah, really, really cool album, that one of their best. Getting on to number 2, we're going to go with Balsagoth, The Power Cosmic. So this amazing British band come back with their symphonic black metal pomposity, and absolutely amazing band photo there with a computer generated lightsaber. Just quality. But yeah, don't let the band photo fool you. The music on offer here is absolutely supreme. I think this might even be my personal favourite Balsagoth album, but I don't know, they're a bit like Death. It's like every album is great, they're just all a little bit different. And then my favourite of 1999 is going to be Cannibal Corpse. Yes, Cannibal Corpse, Bloodthirst, which is Corpse Grinder's, my favourite Corpse Grinder album. My favourite one with him at the vocal helm. Oh man, yeah, this has got some brutal magic on this one. Dead Human Collection, that song is savage. It just, yeah, the whole, it just feels like everything's pushed like to 10 on this album. Like, wow. Yeah, very, very satisfying to listen to. Such a good album. Yeah, one of my favourite Cannibal Corpse albums. Definitely my favourite with Corpse Grinder on. Relentless, start to finish. It's just, it's got some good magic going on that. So yeah, Cannibal Corpse, Bloodthirst, my favourite of 1999. Now, I know there's going to be a tremendous amount of music, extreme amount of music that I've missed from 1999 because I don't own everything. And there's loads of great albums which I would have missed, so please tell me what they are in the comments below. and the playlist should be about here somewhere. Yeah, and I think that about wraps it up for 1999. So next week we'll get into the millennium, the new millennium, the year 2000, the future. Okay, cool. Keep them out. See you later. Cheers.